15 minutes in front of 8 o'clock. Well, we've been talking about it for a couple of months. Can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be really fun. We have our first WAKR pickleball tournament with the Paramount Indoor Tennis Club. Great sponsor, Great Lakes Honda, with some of the proceeds benefiting our wonderful friends with the Salvation Army of Summit County. And kind enough to join me in studio is Bramwell Applin, Major Bramwell Applin, I should say, where he'll be there tomorrow. I know I'll be there tomorrow. Concessions with the Salvation Army, you'll see them all over the place. You'll see us running around. Bram, thanks for coming in. I know we're excited for tomorrow to unfold.
I'm really excited. I think this new opportunity, who doesn't love pickleball, right?
Right.
An opportunity to get out, have some fun, and raise money for the community. There's nothing better.
Yeah, and I've been saying to the folks with this indoor tennis club, when you look at Paramount, it's a wonderful place. So wonderful to work with Brian and the crew there. We're going to have 18 courts going at the same time. It's going to be just one. If you haven't been there, stop on over, come upstairs, visit with us, maybe make a donation to the Salvation Army and help us in some way. But give a look, because it's really fascinating what they have there and how they've taken the pickleball game and run with it. And as I mentioned, some of the proceeds from the event, when we talk about the registration and concessions and everything, going right to the Salvation Army of Summit County. And Bram, that's why I wanted to invite you in today. The importance of dollars with all the programs you guys do. First of all, how did the Red Kettle Drive go for 24?
I'm always so amazed at the generosity of the communities in Summit County. And we had a very good Christmas, but Ray, you know as well as I do, that only takes us so far, because need doesn't end at Christmas. It's all year round, and we continue to offer our programs all year round because our neighbors still need it. And so it's events like these that continue to help us bring in more revenue, that help us continue to help neighbors. And we're all about hope. We're in the hope business. And the thing I love about when clients, when our neighbors and friends come into the Salvation Army, they're finding hope. And it's not from us. It's from their neighbors. They know when they come to the Salvation Army that the resources that they're being provided with are coming from their friends and neighbors, and that gives them hope to move forward. So we're just so grateful to be a part of it, and to have you as a great partner in this radio station and your listeners who continue to find new ways to support us that aren't just handing us a check, but finding ways to get involved in the community, to get involved in activities, and really have a good time raising money to help your friends and neighbors.
It's interesting. Major Bram Applin with us here in studio with the Salvation Army. And so many people that I've talked to, because of me cracking the mic and talking a lot about it, they really didn't understand until maybe we started to have a big role in this. And of course, WAKR has been with the Salvation Army for over 40 years. I'd probably be part of it for 25. But they didn't understand everything you guys do.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they think of the Salvation Army, they think of meals. And some of them only think about meals. And to be quite honest, up until 30 years ago, I might have only thought it was about meals. And not that that's important. It really is what you do. But there's so much more. And what I love, how you embrace the kids, you embrace the families, you get the kids off the street. You do so much for these families.
Absolutely. A big part of our mission is not just being a stopgap, right? We want to end generational poverty. We want to see people that have been struggling maybe their whole lives. We want to see that bond broken from them so that they can move forward, and that starts with children. So we have a lot of great youth programs, everything from our Learning Zone program with our preschool, our after school, and then our summer day camp that we offer, all the way up through, we do music programs that we offer for free every week. And more and more, as we're seeing budgets tighten everywhere else, these are the types of programs that are getting cut around the country. And as the Salvation Army, we're happy that we can stand in the gap, because you see the studies with kids that are involved in music programs. They go on to bigger and better things just because it helps develop them in a different way. All music and art. So we're talking learning brass instruments, vocal, piano, dance, drama. We offer all of those for free at the Salvation Army to young people throughout Summit County and specifically here in Akron. And we really love to see when kids that came in looking almost defeated because of how they've always just seen life. And when they leave our programs as being a part of it, they've grown, they've accomplished things, and you see that confidence in them, and you know that their life has been changed through that.
It's interesting, Bram. I know we've talked about it, some of the stars who have come through the Salvation Army music program, But the stars to me are each and one of the kids. I
I'll
mean, the
tell you.
kids who come through, to your point, that might not know where to go, and you put a horn in their hand, you put a keys in their hand, you put a string instrument in front of their hand, and all of a sudden, it changes their life. Maybe for music, but maybe not. Maybe it's just building confidence, giving them something to do, and keeping them out of trouble. And that's what the Salvation Army does, not only with music, but they have open gym. They have so many things going on, and that's why WAKR is so excited to work with you guys. And you mentioned things coming up. We have our Cavaliers bus trip on March 11th coming up. We sold that out through the wonderful listeners in basically 2 days. We sold that out. We're putting the finishing stages, by the way, today on a big trip coming up in May that everyone is going to be excited about. I can't tell everybody about it right now, but it's going to be fabulous for you listeners that like our bus trips. And we'll also be taking another in September. We'll be taking a trip to go see the Guardians in Detroit again against the Tigers. 2 years ago, we went to Pittsburgh with the Pirates. This year, the Pirates come here. I'm sorry, the Guardians go to Pittsburgh, but it's in April.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want to put the WAKR listeners down there in the blowing, possibly snowy, cold weather of Pittsburgh. So we're going to go to Detroit again, in Detroit with a bus trip. But to your point, the listeners love the creativity that we, working with you guys, do to raise some funds for the Salvation Army. And last year, I'm not sure how many people saw it, but through our efforts, Salvation Army, your listeners' efforts, and so many of our wonderful people, and here at WAKR, we raised almost $30,000 for the Salvation Army. We want to continue to grow that. So there's a big announcement coming up probably next week pertaining to our next trip on a bus, and it's going to be a big one. But, Bram, talk a little bit more. We talked about the kids, but you guys help out families too. There's a faith aspect, but also there's helping them out if they need some help with some bills, if they need straightening out things, if they need help getting a job or whatever it might be. You guys kind of stand tall right beside them.
We do. We try and take a holistic approach to helping people. We want to help not just with their physical needs, but their spiritual needs. And like you said, some people just need a hand up, right? It's not a handout, and maybe they've fallen behind a little bit, and they need a stopgap just to get them to the next week where things will be okay. And we try and be that person, through various programs. Obviously, we can't help everybody as much as we would love to, but we have programs that people can qualify for that can help with rental assistance or utilities that run at various times throughout the year. I mean, look at the cost of everything going up right now.
Right.
We're at sometimes double the cost of things 2 years ago. And really, whatever we can do to help people and stand in that gap, because it is about the whole family. We talk about adults for specific programs and kids, but what about the things that are happening at home that involve both of them? We want to try and be a partner with our community, with our friends and neighbors that might be just down on their luck temporarily to help them get through to this next stage where they can really just be self-sustaining again.
There's a few staff members, I say a few staff members there at the office, but a lot of this is volunteers, people donating time, donating food, donating their goods, volunteering on so many aspects. So when we talk about the dollars and cents, it's really putting these and keeping these programs going. So I'll say this again. I know it's too late to register for the pickleball tournament. Deadline closed on Tuesday. But if you have some time tomorrow, and we're going to start it at noon, it'll conclude at 6 o'clock tomorrow. One, come on out and see everything going with the pickleball and take fun. Say hello to yours truly. Say hello to Major Applin. He'll be there. But maybe make a donation to the Salvation Army. We're going to be front and center. Just come up the stairs at the Paramount Indoor Tennis Club. Come on up. Say, hey, I heard you guys on the radio. Here's a little donation to help out the Salvation Army. Those dollars, whether it's $2, $5, $10, whatever it might be, will go to terrific use in the Summit County area through the Salvation Army. So just wanted to have Bram in this morning, talk a little bit of what they've done, what they do 24/7, and excited to see you tomorrow up at the Pickleball Club, my friend.
It's going to be a great day.
It is. Then we look forward to doing more of the pickleball tournaments, and who knows, maybe the next one, Bram and I will be partners.
I think we could take on the world. Let's do it.
Well, I don't know about that, but we'll give it a try. Hey, my friend, thanks for everything you guys do.
Thank you. Thank you to your listeners.
And we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for getting up and coming on in this morning. Appreciate it. There you go. Major Bram Applin with us from the Salvation Army of Summit County.